Good morning, my dear students. बच्चे, in today's class, as you all know that we have completed our chapter 1. So in today's class we will start chapter 2, that is collection of data. बच्चे, as per the definition of statistics, it is the first stage of statistics process. It is first stage of statistics process, and we are on part 1 of chapter 2. This video is part 1 of chapter 2. Now बच्चे, we will discuss this chapter in complete detail. What do you mean by collection? Collection means to collect something or to gather the information of the predetermined objective keeping in our mind. So बच्चे, collection is just a process in which we gather the information from the different sources and different peoples regarding the main objective of our investigation. Now in this collection of data there are various sources. So we will study in detail about sources of data collection. Sources of data collection. This we will study in a great detail. Now basically this is of two types, that is internal sources and the second one is external sources. So बच्चे, what is internal sources? Internal sources are those sources when the data is being collected by the organization from the reports and the records which are already there with the organization. Suppose I want to collect data for my student of class 9, then what I will do? I will go to the reception or I will go to the admin block of my school. From there, I will search the records and I will get the desired information of all the old students, preferably I can get. So this type of method which I am using, this is for internal source. And if the same data I will collect by personally going to each and every student house and by talking to their parents or by talking to the student directly, if I collect the data, that form of data collection will become external sources, or it can be outside, it can be collected from the outside of the organization. So let me write in brief. The simple brief is this: collected by organization from reports and records already available in the institution. Example already I have told you. That example you can write it down. Now what is external sources? This is collection of data from outside the organization whose reports are not ever available or if available not used. If available not used. So just this type of sources will be the external sources. Clear बच्चे? Now this external sources, it is a great and huge detailed topic to be discussed, and in this we have two different categories. The first category is primary data, and the second category is secondary data. Secondary data is also further divided into two different categories, that is published sources and unpublished sources. Published sources and unpublished sources. As it is having two different parts, in the same way, this primary data is also further having 6 different methods. The first method is direct personal investigation method. The second one is indirect oral investigation method. Third one is, what can be the third one? Information from correspondence. Information from correspondence. And then the fourth one is telephonic interviews. Now the next one can be, the fifth one can be, that is mailed questionnaire method. That is mailed questionnaire method. And then at last it is, what is at last? At last is questionnaire filled by enumerator. So these are the basic 6 methods in the category of primary data. And this published sources are the sources which are mostly the government or semi-government or the international organizations which publishes the data, and that data is being published either weekly or annually or quarterly. And the organizations can be like CSO that is Central Statistical Organization, or it can be World Bank, or it can be WHO, that is World Health Organization, or it can be some other agencies whose main work is to collect data and then publish data, like NSSO is there, National Statistical Survey Organization. In that it is publishing a report in quarterly form and whose name is Sarveshna. What is the name? Sarveshna. So बच्चे, in the category of and what are unpublished sources? These are those sources in which data is collected from the person. It can be collected by any of the form, but that data is never published. That is always kept secret, and this type of data is very secret for the economy, for the people, and this is mainly used by the detective agencies or the our police departments, and so many other things are also there who uses, like regarding my school only. If I have some data that I cannot publish it out because this is also a sort of unpublished source, because I cannot, the school cannot give the data of the students to somebody else. It can be to its employees only, who are related to students, but not to the somebody extra person who can use that data. So, बच्चे, in published sources, of there comes few things that I want to write it down here. That is, बच्चे, official publications, Second is semi-government publications. Semi-government publications. Third one is बच्चे publications of research institutes. Publications of research institutes. Then fourth one बच्चे, it can be international publications. International publications. And then the fifth one can be, apart from these many more can be there, but I will discuss only 5 with you. That is newspaper and magazines. That is newspaper and magazines. Now I would like to tell you about some of the unpublished sources. I will tell you only two sources, that is data collected by detective agencies. Data collected by detective agencies. Then second one बच्चे, it can be secret data of the country. Secret data of country collected by RAW and other Indian agencies. Secret agencies. Clear? I think a brief overview regarding all these I have given to you, and there is not much more to discuss regarding these. These are the different things which we will be discussing in this complete chapter. Apart from this, we will discuss two more things, that is sample method and census method. To tell you about that, I need some time. And I want to say, till then you have to make a note of this, whatever is written on the board. So kindly write it down as fast as you can. Now I want to tell you a simple small explanation of these topics. Direct personal investigation method. In this method, बच्चे, what is being done? If I want to collect the data, like I want to collect the data for Bhavna, what I will do? I will directly go to Bhavna and I will make Bhavna sit in front of you, and whatever things I want to ask from her, then all things I will personally ask from her and make a note of them. And in indirect oral investigation method, what is being done? If I want the information about Bhavna and I don't want to talk her personally, what I will do? I will talk to the best friend of the Bhavna, and from her best friend, I would try to ask all the things which I can ask and which she will be able to provide me. So this is indirect oral investigation method. Information from correspondence. But it can be like suppose I want to collect data for whole Bahadurgarh. Clear? And in this Bahadurgarh there are various colonies like Ramnagar and like Bank colony, then Teacher colony, and then Dayanand Nagar, then Vivekanand Nagar, and then Mohan Nagar, then Shastri Nagar. So many different colonies are there. What I will do from each colony, I will suggest a person. To that person, personally, I will talk one person from each part of each colony of the Bahadurgarh, and on that person only, on that person's information only, I will rely, and I will collect my informations. So in this form, these type of persons are called as correspondents. Like you might have seen in the newspapers also, like they are not saying he is my correspondent from Bihar, he is my correspondent from Rohtak, and he is my correspondent from Srinagar. So like this, we can also use the correspondent from each place whose information we have together, and that is called information from the correspondence. Next is the telephonic interviews. What can be the telephonic interviews? Telephonic interviews is that form of data collection in which we talk to the person personally over the phone only. We ask the question from the persons and that persons give answers back, and we in this form we collect the data. Next is the mailed questionnaire method. In this method, we mail the questionnaire in which a lot of around 15 to 20 questions are written, and that question is mailed with an application that all the information will be kept secret. And it will be mailed, and it will be asked that to reply it as fast as it can, and then the questions are such that they will not hurt the personal feelings of that person whosoever is answering that one. Then sixth one is questionnaire filed by enumerator. Enumerator is one who is collecting information. Who is enumerator? Enumerator is the person who is collecting information. Now, questionnaire filed by enumerator. In this, the questionnaire page is being taken by the person who is collecting data. Like enumerator is there, that person will take that page of questionnaire along with him and visit to the houses of the people personally and ask them to the questions, and whatever answers they are giving, that answers are being filled in that questionnaire. So these were the basically 6 types of the primary data. Hope I am making myself more clear, bache, and I am giving you the necessary hints of the topic. Then is bache, published sources. What are published sources? I have already told you. In this, official publications come. Then come semi-government publications. Then come publications of research institutes. Then is international publications. Then newspapers and magazines. Then is the there are unpublished sources, that is data collected by the detective agencies, and then it is secret data of the country collected. I divided by rho. Rho is an international. Rho is an Indian investigation intelligence department. In this department, we even don't know who can be the employee of that role. We have to keep our identity also secret. You might have seen the Salman Khan movies Tiger. In that they were the part of this row type of agencies only. So you might be clearing now that what would be the unpublished sources. So this is all about my lecture. In next class, we will be discussing by all the things which are written on the board in detail. In detail, we will discuss about all sources. In detail, discussion about all sources. Next class. So this is all about your today's class. Thank you and have a nice day. Good morning class. How are you my dear students? Hope you all are fine and you are studying very hard at your home. So bache, as you are seeing that on the board in front of you, there is a heading given collection of data, and today we are on bache chapter 2 part number 2. But we are having bache today chapter 2 part number 4. Clear my students? Now chapter 2 collection of data, methods of collecting primary data. We have already discussed about direct personal investigation method. Till now we have discussed about this, and we have discussed already about indirect oral investigation method. Now we will be starting that third method we will start today, that is information from correspondence. This is the method which we will discuss now in our class, now in our video, online class and video lecture. In this bache, information is collected by help of trained local agents and correspondents. Trained local agents and correspondents. So, the method in which informations are collected by help of trained local agents and correspondents is called information from correspondence. Now in this bache, this is only hint. I have not written the complete definition, I have just written the hint part. Now I am discussing some few basic facts of this, and that facts in bache, it is used when information for different places at regular intervals is required. Then बच्चे it covers, the basic feature is it covers very large area in a very less time. Basically, you might be seeing that बच्चे our news readers or our news channels are basically using this method to collect the information on each and every universal worldwide topic. So they whatever like today nowadays what is happening, this coronavirus is going on. So information regarding coronavirus, the news channels are providing to us from different places and different regular time intervals. How they are doing, bacha? Are they going to each place separately then collecting information? No, bache. They are just having correspondents at different place, local correspondents, trained local correspondents they are having at different place. Those correspondents are collecting some information and then handing that information to the news channels, and that news channels are using that information to provide to us. Clear? So this was all about information from the correspondents. So the next topic is the telephonic interviews. Telephonic interviews. In this method, बच्चे, the information is collected by enumerators by having direct personal talk over the telephone with the informant, with the informant. Clear, bachche? In this method, the information is collected by enumerators by having a direct personal talk over the telephone with the informant. And बच्चे, in definition form, if you want it, but I can say the type of method of collection of data in which the information is collected by the enumerator by having a direct personal talk over with the informant. That method is called telephonic interviews. So here I am not telling information definitions. I am just telling the key points and hints to you so that you can understand what basically these refers to. And it is having one more key point. That key point is this method is better to use only when respondents are, when we should use this method, when respondents are reluctant to answer. Hope I am making myself clear to you. I am just writing down the main points of these in front of you. Complete definition I am not providing you. For that you have your books. For that you have your notes. So today, till now we have discussed about information from correspondents. Then we have discussed about telephonic interviews. And as usual, my board is filled up. I need the board to move on to the next topic. So finally, I am going to read it out. Then I will hold my my lecture for a few seconds, then you will write it down, then I will erase it, and I will start next method. So I am reading now information from correspondence. Information is collected by the help of trained local agents and correspondents. Use when information for different places at regular intervals is required. Example, I am giving you the example of news channels, and then example news channels. Clear or see how they are gathering information for a worldwide topic. Then it covers very large area within a very less time. Then telephonic interviews. The information is collected by the emulator by having a direct personal talk over the telephone with the informant. This method is better to use only when respondents are reluctant to answer. So these are the discussions which we have done till now. I want you to write it down very fastly, then I will erase it, bache. Clear? Now, my dear students, I hope you have written it down, and now I am erasing it. And now I will move to my next lecture. That next lecture is, what is that next lecture? Not lecture, next topic. Next topic is fifth, that is male. The spelling is not visible, so I am writing now here very big. Male questionnaire method. Male questionnaire method. What is now male questionnaire method? The method of collecting data. Method of collecting data in which questionnaire is made to respondents along with a covering letter to collect information regarding a specific objective is called male questionnaire method. Clear? It is called male questionnaire method. So this is about male questionnaire method. And now bache, we will move to our next small topic that is being left out, and that small topic is, what is that small topic, bache? That small topic is our sixth topic, that is questionnaire. Filed by enumerator. In male questionnaire method, what is happening? In this, a great amount of people can be contacted and information can be collected, but as we are just mailing, and in that mail we are writing some guidelines how to and why we are using, and we are giving assurance that your all the information will be kept secret. In this assurance regarding informations to keep secret is given. Clear, this point was left out. Assurance regarding information to keep information secret is being given. Now let's come to questionnaire find by numerator. In this, the method of collecting data in which enumerator personally visits to the informant along with a questionnaire and notes down the replies given by informants. Clear? Means the person takes the questionnaire along with it. He presents the questionnaire to the informant. He reads the question out and make the informant understand the question clearly, and on that basis the informant gives the answers, and that in this way the questionnaire is being filled. Now you might be thinking that I am again and again writing this word of questionnaire is being written again and again. Then what could be this? Do you have any knowledge about this? And I have written a word of covering letter. What I have written? I have written a word of covering letter. So I want to tell you about this covering letter word to you. What does this? I have written a here. Covering letter. What does this covering letter means? So what does this covering letter means? Covering letter. From here, this word I am taking and I am explaining this word. Covering letter. What is covering letter, bacha? A very polite request, to mail back the questionnaire and information regarding objective and scope of survey, and objective of a polite request to mail back the questionnaire and information regarding objective of the scope of work survey are mentioned in covering letter. In covering letter, because any direct contact we are not having, whatever we are having, that contacts are through mail only. So with the questionnaire we are also mailing a covering letter. And what does that covering letter contains? Which it contains request to mail that the questionnaire. Also it contains the information regarding the objective of the scope of the survey, and along with it contains the assurance of secrecy. It also contains assurance of secrecy, and along with assurance of secrecy बच्चे, it contains a self addressed envelope. What does it contains? It contains a self-addressed envelope, so that the people who are getting this mail, they can send it back. And बच्चे, to ensure quick and better response, the gifts and free coupons are also being given. And to get quick response, offers like gifts and free coupons are also mentioned in covering letter. So this covering letter is very important in this mailed questionnaire. Covering letter is very important in this mailed questionnaire. Hope बच्चे this is being clear to you now. So this is all we have discussed about the methods of collecting primary data. What we have discussed till now: direct personal investigation method. Then we have discussed about indirect oral investigation methods. We have also discussed about information from correspondence. We have also discussed about telephonic interviews. We have also discussed about mailed questionnaire method. We have discussed about questionnaire filed by enumerator, and we have discussed about a very important word, that is covering letter. That is covering letter बच्चे, and I hope this all is being understood to you. And now just I want to thank you a lot for your cooperation with me as you are giving. And now बच्चे, in next class what we will do in next class, principles of questionnaire. What we will discuss the principles of questionnaire, how to frame it. So this is all about my today's lecture. Thank you and have a nice day.